Hey everyone, Cody Dean here, and this is my 2019 review. I want to start doing this every year. I'm going to ask myself a series of questions, and I have about 7 questions right now that I want to ask myself, and so that way I can look back and have it as a time capsule, really. And every year I'll do it, and hopefully I'll ask the same questions, and I'll probably add some questions as we go over the years. But yeah, I would love to know your answers to these questions as well. If you want to reach out or wherever you're listening or watching this video, let me know what you what 2019 what it meant to you. Okay. So, first question here is, what was your biggest achievement of the year? Now, it's been quite an eventful year, 2019. A lot of things have happened. At the very, very beginning of the year, we had our very first kid. Her name's Ava, and really, this whole year has really been about figuring out how to be a dad, as well as being an entrepreneur, as well as working a day job and working working a day job while doing a side hustle, while doing a hustle on the side for the family, right? Like, I would say that's my biggest achievement of the year, is being able to manage everything, right? Do I stay up late after the kid goes to bed, or do I wake up early? And what do I do? And so I would say that's my biggest achievement for this year of 2019. Next question is, what is your biggest fear for the future? My biggest fear for the future is it kind of goes to a quote of Mark Cuban, and he says, you need to play every single day like someone is out. You need to work. You have to realize that someone is out there working every single day and night to take your lunch. Is I'm paraphrasing his quote, but that's what he says, or has been quoted to say. And that really just means, like, you have to work really, really hard, or else someone is going to take what you have created, or what you have created will fall by the wayside and it will be outdated, right? My thing that I feel is coming to take my lunch money, or whatever you want to call it, is artificial intelligence, algorithms, software, AI, whatever you want to call it. I've really seen that in in replacing jobs, really. And my biggest fear is my biggest fear is being replaced or being replaceable. And that's my biggest fear for the future, not just for myself, but for like my kids, like helping them have skills that will actually be applicable for the future. Because, I mean, think of someone that used to type the words people would say in the court of law or whatever, right? Now with software, you can completely replace that. I know this is just some random topic, right? But that's just an example. Like, speech recognition is so powerful, and it's getting better and better and better, that you don't even need someone typing the words now. There are errors and whatnot, but that's just an example of some software. Someone gets access to software and is able to use it to replace lots of jobs. So that's my biggest fear, is the not being able to provide for my family because I've been replaced. Next question, what advice would you give your 1 year younger self? So if you were starting 2019 over, what advice would you give your younger self? Wow. What advice would I give my younger self? My younger self, I would say, be a minimalist. be a minimalist. In the fact of like, you don't need the nicest of everything or a lot of everything, or don't buy things just to buy things, right? Keep things minimal and keep things simple. And that goes with everything in life, right? And that would be my biggest advice that I would give my 1 year ago self. More business related, what was the revenue that you or your business brought in this past year? We did about $100,000, and my goal honestly was about 500,000. And with my real estate, with my coaching, with my sales, we did about $100,000 in revenue sold. And not my best year by any means, but it was a 6-figure year. I would say we were really close to, with the real estate. I mean, we were probably around 95,000 to 100,000 right there. It'd be interesting to look up all of the additions, add everything together. But yeah, it was about 100,000. I'll say I'm comfortable is about right around within 5,000, either 95 or 105,000. What is your biggest goal for the coming year? That's really vague. I'm going to change that to what is your big 5 goals? Me, I personally like setting goals with my health, with my revenue or wealth, with my relationship, spiritual, and then personal. So my big goals for those 5 areas are, number 1, for my health, to get down to 12% body fat. I'm around 18, almost 19% right now, so that's 7% decrease in body percent fat. Number 2, to get down to 34 inches waist circumference, and I'm like around 38 right now, so it's 6 inches. So almost about 1 inch for every percent of fat. It's kind of interesting to think about. Anyway, so that's my health goals, right? 12% body fat, 34-inch waist. Number 2 in category is for my business and for my wealth, money. I want $10,000 a month residual income, and I have made more than $10,000 a month multiple times. I've had a $20,000 a month, over $20,000 a month. I've made that a couple of times as well. The thing that I want is residual income, okay, and things that are more passive, meaning I'm not having to sell my time, or I don't have to be there to sell a product, right? So whether it doesn't necessarily have to be a subscription, but it would be really cool to be able to have $10,000 a month generated every single month, without me having to physically be there, right? So I don't want an hourly wage, and I don't want commissions from me selling. I want it all through passive. So that's going to, and the second goal, like I try to do 2 goals for every category. Those 2 goals, or the second goal in that category, is I want it to be diversified, right? I want it at least from 4 different streams of income. So that's about $2,500 from 4 different streams of income each. So right now, I want to be through my courses. I want another one to be my MLM. Another one I want is my affiliate marketing. And what was the 4th one? My coaching. So I want to get a group coaching system going, and I really believe I could get that easily up to $2,500 a month. So $10,000 between the four of those things. And I'm definitely open to more than those things right now, right? It's because I have like the MLM, the affiliates, my courses, and my coaching. But maybe I'll find a job where I can sell something and get a residual on the back end. I don't know, but we shall see. Okay. Oh yeah, my relationship goals is go on a vacation for the family, go on a retreat with my wife, like a 1 or 2 day retreat where we go overnight. We go a place and they have like courses and stuff with relationship building and stuff. I think that would be really fun. And my last, no, for spiritual, I want to organize some kind of like service project, as well as my second goal in that category is I want to find a charity that I can donate to. So if you know any good charities or know any service projects, any of these goals really, like if you can help me reach these goals, that would be awesome. Anyway, so yeah, I want to find a charity that I can have my business connected to, a charity that believes in the same thing as I do, as far as like freedom and helping others create more freedom and success in their life. And every single sell that I do online through ads, or whenever I sell something, all revenue, I should say, will have a percentage. Like 1% of revenue goes to this as a donation, right, from the business. And not just for a feel good, but not just for publicity or anything, but I feel like that is the right thing to do, is to have a charity attached to what you believe in, right? It promotes the bigger cause. And my personal goals for this year is, number one, I want to finish my book, The Creation Formula. I talk about it a lot in my goal journal, and take this snapshot of this for the time capsule. My goal journal has evolved over the last year and a half. It's now spiral bound. And anyway, I want to have my book completed, and I want to have a whole course and program that goes with that. And then I want to be completely self-employed by the end of the year. So those are my 10 goals, my big 5 goals, my big 5 category goals. So I'm excited for that. And what hardships, so this is the next question. What hardships did you face in 2019? I kind of went over this. It's just like, I'll add to it, right? So trying to manage my time was a hardship, between my kid and my wife and my business and my job and my coaching clients and all these things, right? So that was a big achievement. But my hardship, a big hardship that I face currently and have faced really all year, and it's been plaguing me for over a year and a half, is really like being committed to what I want to do and who I want to serve. And it's really interesting. And I'm sure you have seen this with the products that I've come out with, and with the things that I've promoted, right? They all have a very overarching umbrella of business and wealth and success and financial freedom and making money, right? They all have to do with that. But what I'm finding is really diving into those niches is where the riches are, right? And that's so hard for me, that the hardship that I face this year is really being committed to like what I want to do. Like I had I launched 2019, the very beginning of January, I launched Sales Creation Academy, and I went down that path for a while, and I realized like, man, I really don't want to work with sales reps. I don't really want to work with people in sales, even though I do sales. I'm really good at sales. I took a step back and like, oh, I want to work more with entrepreneurs. And so I was like, oh, I want to work more with entrepreneurs. But then I'm thinking to myself like, oh, I can't teach other people how to be an entrepreneur because I still have a day job. And that's probably just a limiting belief that I need to work through, right? Is every person is an entrepreneur, even though they may be working a day job. Anyway, So that's kind of my hardship is really being committed. Like, um, I have my MLM that I'm doing. I have my coaching clients. I have my goal journal, right? And so like, my hardship is like, what do I want to commit to, or is there a way that I can really connect everything together? So that's my biggest hardship right now is how can I connect? How can I connect everything together in a way that is a good offer for my audience? And how can I serve them the best? Last question here is, what was your favorite book that you read? By far, there are so many good books that I read. Um, I would say that my favorite book was The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. So that's it, guys. I have a meeting here I gotta go to. So thanks so much. Be great and create your freedom.